Hi guys, hello, welcome back to my new video on YouTube. And today guys, we're gonna be reacting to the evolution of Geometry Dash. Yeah, we're gonna be going from Geometry Dash 1.0 or maybe the Geometry Dash jump all the way to Geometry Dash 2.2. And actually back then from the last year I was I think checking out every single versions of Geometry Dash and just going through all of them. So this time we're gonna react to the evolution of Geometry Dash. So here it goes. Yeah, guys, fun fact. Back then, when there was just no Geometry Dash, and when there was also Geometry Dash Jump a sneak peek, there was like a similar game to the Geometry Dash, which is the Impossible game. The Impossible game, I think it has only just a cube, but now we have a second version of the Impossible game. Okay, let's just continue.
Ultimate destruction.
What you're looking at right now is Geometry Dash today. You have a near endless amount of content, customizable icons in the triple digits, hundreds of thousands of levels, and a ton of things to do. You can star grind, collect user coins, or maybe even take a shot at building your own level and try to surpass Viper to the creator points. Maybe you can try to collect some mana orbs for some icons, or some diamonds for some loot. Maybe you want to try to get all the goodies from the vaults and beat their challenges. Maybe you just want to make videos on it and focus less on the game entirely, like with Juniper and...
Yeah, actually, back then, from 1 year ago, I watched this, I think, video like bunch of times, so we're just gonna rewatch it.
There's months
Okay.
and years of content that you can play in this little game that's worth the same amount as a pack of gum. Its community, replayability, and love for it is unmatched in its genre. Geometry Dash truly is great. I'm not talking about that though. To get on track, let's take a time machine back to August 13th, 2013.
Yeah, on August 13th of 2013, I think the Geometry Dash 1.0, or I could just call it Geometry Jump, was, I think, released it. This is the old Geometry Dash memories. I really miss it. Kind of looks like pretty cool though. Yeah, we used to have 4 tabs. Okay, guys, fun fact. Back then when Geometry Dash was released, we didn't have it like this really much cubes and colors. I mean, we had so many colors, but we didn't have this really much cubes. Yeah, actually, back then when Geometry Dash was released, we had such as other games like Boomlings Matchup, and then Mastery Mastermind. Yeah, or I don't know what to call it. Okay, and back then we also had 4 taps only. Yeah, and we also back then had only just 7 levels, which is the Steer Madness, Back on Track, Poltergeist, Dry Out, Base After Base, Can't Let Go, and Jumper, and yeah, and those are just the levels. And yeah, this is what the old editor was. Those were the old achievements.
This is the soft launch of Geometry Dash, GD 1.0 to be specific. There are 7 levels you can play, a shallow creator tab, and under 15 icons to choose from. Really, the game did come from humble beginnings, but because of that, it gave it a lot of growing room. Robert Zapala was just then giving the crown as the pilot of a soon-to-be superpower on the App Store. But before we go far, let's take a look at the first level you'll play, Stereo Madness. Stereo Madness is the first of 21 levels, but in 1.0, this is the first of only 7. The premise is simple. Try to survive the gauntlet of hurdles that the game throws at you. There is a catch though. Enter the ship mode. This game mode is how Geometry Dash is separated from any normal Impossible game clone, a game that came out all the way back in 2009. The way this game got its name was through its uniqueness, and nothing shows that more than Rob Top's flagship edition, The Ship. Easy, right? Well, at this point, yes, it is. There's very little obstacles here. It's just the game trying to let you get a grip before they throw anything hard at you. Well, less to say it's not hard. Now that we've gone through Stereo Madness together, I'll explain what makes these 7 levels so important to the game. All 7 original levels that you see here show and elaborate on new features that the game has to offer. Back on Track introduces the jump pad, a new feature exclusive to the game in which if you make contact with it, propels you up in the air.
Yeah, we have
Third
those.
level, Poltergeist shows you the jump orb, in which if you touch it, gives the icon.
Yes, we all know about that.
Works with the ship mode too,
yeah,
but
we
the
also
ship
have
jump
those.
pad combination isn't used in any official level. Dry Out, the 4th level, introduces the upside down portal. While
Yes,
this
we
isn't
all
new by
know
any
that.
sorts being used in the easy, and hardly anyone has an easy time beating one of them if played in order. The difficulty, the visuals, the seemingly awe of talent needed to beat these 7 levels is what makes Geometry Dash what it is today.
And not again with this stupid little piece of a shit ad.
Something that many game developers, especially mobile game devs at the time, didn't understand was that if you wanted to keep your game afloat long term, you need to keep the game fresh via new content. I talked about how empty Geometry Dash was earlier in the video, but because of that, it left multiple opportunities and directions that Rob Top could steer the game to. Just a month later, in September of 2013, Rob Top released his first major update, Update 1.1. The update was
Yeah, in the 1.1 update, we got some little bit more icons, more powers, but all the tabs were the same. Let's just not talk about that. Yeah, the achievements, I think it added more to achievements list. Also, there was like reverse portals that where if you touch the portal in 1.1, you just like go in reverse mode. And yeah. And if in 1.1, if you charge like this portal and if you just like go like backwards without turning the side, then that would be just like kind of weird of a 2x2. And yeah, we also have a new time machine level.
yet added
then
more.
compared
RobTop
what it
created
is
a new
now.
free version of the game called Geometry Dash Lite and introduced a new 8th level Time Machine. Time Machine, being granted the hardest level in Geometry Dash to this point, says hello to a new game mode, the Mirror Portal, which has been the least used portal by RobTop as of making this. Instead of obstacles coming from the right, they come from the left.
Yes, yes. Also, I think actually back then it also released a Geometry Dash Lite. Back then when I was a kid, I
Biggest thing to
didn't
come
have
from
a full
1.1,
version.
however, would come from a patch which introduced the Geometry Dash community to every play. This service, which would replay the levels you've beaten, birthed the best Geometry Dash YouTubers there is. If you see someone relevant in the community, they can always be traced back to every play. Since the game was only on mobile, this was the only way to share your playbook. Everyone started here. The cube and the ship and service. Let's keep the ball rolling. With RobTop's known reputation at this time for rapid-fire updates, another month later, 1.2 was released with more icons, colors.
Yes, it was like released with more icons and colors. And also in 1.2 update, the ship wasn't revamped yet, but it released a new game mode, which is the ball game mode. Yeah, actually, you could able to customize your ship, but you can't make it on top here so that it could be blue and down here it could be green. Because that only came out in 1.4
And the new
update.
levels, cycles, which is one of the most
Yeah,
important
there was like a new level named Cycles.
levels in the game's history. Up to this point, the only two game modes are the cube and the ship. In 1.2, though, RobTop introduces the player to the ball mode, where if you click on the screen, it changes gravity, but at the cost of you not being able to jump normally without a jump orb or a jump pad. This gave the game the variety it needed to keep it afloat, and as per tradition, Cycles is by miles the hardest level in the game. Difficulty harder by other means. 1.2, though, while very small, is one of the more important updates in the game's long history. In another 2 months, two updates in 1.3 and 1.4 launch. While these updates weren't massive per se, they were huge for what was in a small.
Yeah, fun fact. In 1.3 Geometry Dash update, we have like some more icons and more colors, and it also added this new crater tab button right here. But the sad thing is that it didn't bring any new game modes. But it brings like new demon level lists and new stars.
Niche in the game's community, the building community. Today, you see these amazing masterpieces that take months, if not even years, to create, complete, and verify. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, from the game's release all the way to 1.3, there was no room for uniqueness in the building area due to the limited tools. Until this update release, that is. Now there are different blocks you can make, different decorating tools, and along with that, a new fun feature called Secret Coins, where RobTop went back on every level and placed 3 coins for the player.
Yeah, and also there was like a new X-Step level figure, whatever it's called. There was like a new X-Step level from it. Yeah, and fun fact, this was the last day of the old ship before it got revamped. And also there was like 2 new buttons down here, which is the Facebook and the Twitter button.
Collect that were off
Which
to
is
the
you
beaten
could
path.
visit the
If you
RobTop's
collected
channel
enough
with the
coins, you'd be
Twitter
rewarded
and the
with some
Facebook.
icons or maybe even
I think
new
on my
colors
old
and
phone
even
I had a
demon
Facebook
levels.
account, but I just lost it. Not again with this little piece of a shit. Yeah, let's just skip that stupid ad. Okay, actually, in 1.4 update, we had like also like a new ship revamp, which is kind of pretty cool. But we had new game modes, like such as small cube game mode and big icon. Yeah. Yeah, with those game modes, I think there was like also like new ships, more new cubes, and more new towers. Also, there was like more demon levels. Yeah, the map pack wasn't released yet, and also there was like a new Clunderfunk, which is kind of a pretty cool level. I think players that who didn't play Geometry Dash yet, I think they actually don't know what Geometry Dash is. But okay, let's just continue.
Update 1.5, which released in January 2014, introduced a yet more decorating features, accompanied with a new game mode, the UFO. A game mode to fit in the same category as the cube, ship, and ball, along with the first iteration of Theory of Everything. But 1.6 was the update that completed.
Yeah, in 1.5 update, there was like a new UFO game mode, which is kind of pretty cool. And also a new level, new icons, new colors, and some more new ships. And some more demon level.
Changed the game.
Yeah.
1.6 released in March, but gave a new level, Electro Man Adventure.
Yeah. In 1.6, we had the first time ever like 2 levels. And we first time had a demon level on the 1.6 update with it. Yeah, actually on the 1.6 update, as I said, we didn't have game modes again, but we have some new coins, some more new icons, more new colors, and more new ships. And this time they brought also balls. Yeah, the new balls and also new UFOs. And actually, yeah, and then actually, yeah, in this 1.6 update, they added like every single stars coin in every single level that you have to like find from the hidden places.
The level introduced.
Yeah, and also there were 2 levels, which is the Electroman and the Club Step. But to able to unlock the Club Step, you have to like collect first 20 coins. Yeah, the 20 star coins to just able to unlock this first ever demon level on the main levels list.
Some minor things such as breakable blocks, but nothing special.
And there was like
the
breakable
real surprises come in Club Step.
Let's just skip
and
that.
would introduce many new levels that touched the realm of impossibility, all thanks to this one level, Club Step. Its own different community, it didn't change the as important to the game as other updates were. Sure, they introduced many new decorations that would show how much skill you had now, not stars. Demon levels completely changed the game and would introduce many new levels that touched the realm of possibility, all thanks to this one level, Club Step.
Here goes on.
RobTop would release update 1.7 and 1.8 later, and while they showed what RobTop could do, and
yeah, in 1.7 update, we had like another new game mode, which is the speed game mode. Yeah, if you charge those speeds, if you charge the 2x speed and 3x speed, you just like go like run like really fast. But if you touch the -1 speed, you just like go like this. Yeah, and actually there was also like new icons, new colors, but let's just not talk about that. Yeah, wait. In 1.6, I don't have to forget that there was a new, like a trio when you beat like 10 map packs. And you can just get the trio if you beat 10 map packs. And actually also when the 1.7 it was here, it brought a new electrodynamics, which is a new level. And wait, in 1.6, I don't have to forget that in 1.6 it brought a new map packs tab, which is a new tab. And it was pretty cool. And so many people were excited. Okay. Yeah.
Skills as a developer.
And also in 1.8 update, it brought a new hexagon. Yeah, which is a new hexagon force. It brought like another new game mode, which is the dual game mode. And it is pretty nice of a game mode. And actually, if you touch that portal, you just like go into like duels. You just expand. You just like make like a mirror of it. And actually, when you're just like in it, I think actually there's like also like new icons covered it. But let's just not talk about those because I'm just really tired of talking about those. Okay. And yeah, actually also there was like yeah. On this one.
States were. Sure, they introduced many new decorations that would suddenly lunge the builders into its own different community. It didn't change the game as we knew it. Even in new levels like Electrodynamics and Hexagon Force, while welcome new levels didn't make the big mark that clubs. Then Rob Top changed. He changed his model on how to make.
Yeah, then the Geometry Dash would start to slowly die, so it decided to release Geometry Dash 1.9. In Geometry Dash 1.9, Geometry Dash show just released, on Steam, the Geometry Dash was released on PC, which is right here. Yeah, it was released on Steam after the 1.9 update came out. It was like available for PC, and it's pretty cool, actually. Let's just continue.
Update.
Yeah, in 1.9 update, there was like also new Steam icons, and the tabs didn't change. Let's just not talk about that. And actually, there was like also another new game mode, which is the wave mode. But back then, you could able to customize the wave, but you can't put like some other wave icons, so that you could make a custom wave.
Instead of chugging out fast but yet low quality updates, he put all of his time and effort to make one huge project.
Yeah.
One update that would take the entire game from another cool mobile game to a mainstream PC game. After a little under a year, Rob Top made a masterpiece. He made 1.9.
Yeah, in 1.9, I think it also like brought the new 9 circles, problematic, fairy dust, and the sonic wave. And also there was like 2 new levels, which is the blast processing. and the Theory of Everything 2. But to unlock the Theory of Everything 2, you have to like get 13 coins and all the stuff like that.
And it was huge. There was 2 new levels, blast processing, a beautiful level compared to the other 16, and it introduced one of the most popular game mode attractions that the game has ever seen, the Wave. The Wave, currently called the Dart at this point, was widely popular and had been used in more online levels than any other game mode. Even to this day, there's far more icons and colors, so
Yes, like
many that
more
there even
icons.
need to
We
be a
should not
second
talk
page
about
made for
those.
the icon templates that you could use. That wasn't all the update had to offer, though. A rival second demon to Clubstep in Theory of Everything 2 was created, with 20 secret coins needed this time, 10 more than Clubstep. The introduction to the Mini Wave, a feature from 1.5 at the very end to throw you off. All in all, 1.9 changed the game.
After that,
Before Update 1.9, Geometry Dash was exclusively a mobile game. There was no way that you could play it without using some sketchy mobile game to PC app that was more than likely a virus. In Geometry Dash Update 1.9, RobTop made the big step to add GD to Steam. This wasn't small, big, or even huge. This was enormous for the game. Over game will never be the same after 1.9. Remember when I said that RobTop would start taking his time when he made updates? Well, this was the first thought at the time, but rather a new update that would
yeah, then later Geometry Dash 2.0 update came out. It brought a new robot game mode, which is pretty amazing. Also, yeah, actually, also when the 2.0 came out, it was able to customize waves and you could able to customize robots and just add a custom robot to it. There was the tabs are just like not changed. They were just same and actually things have changed. Yeah, like in 2.0 there was like 2 new levels again, which is the geometrical detonator and the deadlock. Those were the 2 new levels. And also it brought like I think it just brought like like new online coins. Yeah, like those gray coins.
add more content than ever seen before, with a new game mode and a new level.
Yes, and also it brought a new Geometry Dash, which is the Geometry Dash Meltdown. Yeah, somehow I got Geometry Dash Meltdown on PC. I didn't know how I got this Geometry Dash Meltdown on PC, but it is worth it anyways. Yeah.
Level and a new demon level, Deadlocked, which would take 30 coins to unlock and complete. It added new triggers such as movable objects and alpha toggle and many more
Yeah,
things
and
that
actually, also for those the club step and video verify too. I think the club step now we need is just only 10 star coins. For the video verify too, we need 20 star coins and the deadlock for 13 stars.
would change the creating scene. Overall, this update was massive, but people were wondering if it really was worth the wait. People started asking RobTop if he could go back to making smaller updates so the community could get more fluid content. People weren't happy that it took. When I said that the
Yeah.
wait for update.
And actually, also, there was like a new blood bath. Also, I finished those Sonic Wave in 2.0. And yeah, and here for the final
2.1 was
or maybe
long
it's
and
not
grueling.
yet.
I wasn't lying. This became a new problem for RobTop, and the community was starting to disintegrate. You could say that the loyal fans should have stuck until the bitter end.
Yeah.
Like their faithful developer was still working hard on the game.
In Geometry Dash 2.1, it brought like a new Geometry Dash world and also the Geometry Dash Sub-Zero. Those were the new levels in Geometry Dash. And they were very excited. Also, there was like a new spider game mode, a new finger dash. It brought a new level with just a finger dash, and also brought like so many, because also it brought the spiders where you can customize 3 new shops like the chest room. Wait, in 2.0 it also brought the vault. Yeah, in 2.1 it also brought a vault of secrets, a vault of it right here, or whatever it's called. And actually, there was like the Challenger, there was like a whole brand new shop, a whole brand new level, and just like also the new soundtrack system. And the Google Plus was removed and added a new YouTube.
And to that, I say Update 2.0 came out on the 26th of August 2015. When did 2.1 and how unhealthy he was treating his game? People asked if he'd hire someone to help work on it for him. There was even a short rumor that the developer of a rival game would help him out after a troll tweet he posted saying that he was willing to help. RobTop declined. It's become obvious that the content blockage has stopped for a reason, and just recently, RobTop answered some questions and said this about the content flow and why it stopped.
It's a bad cycle because I add stuff.
Though he said on Twitter that he only just now started working on the new level, so take that information as you will. Update 2.2 still isn't out after 3 years of nothing. The community is growing impatient on his lack of progress, but they're still tightly knit together in hope that 2.2 will come out soon. That's as much information as we have when I'm writing this, but hopefully someday you'll watch this and we'll all be enjoying the new update that Robert Zapala has to offer.
And yeah, and actually, what does we have now is the Geometry Dash 2.2, which just brought like so many new icons. Yeah, like you wasn't able to customize the floating ball. Yeah, there was like also like 2 new demons, which is like the explorers and the firebirds. They were on the levels list. Also, there was like in 2.1 also brought like new tabs, which is the gauntlets questions. How are they? Daily levels. Okay. And it also brought, yeah. And actually then in 2.110 update, it brought like also a new tab. which is the new weekly demon tab. Yeah, and now it also like brought like a new tab again. I think it brought some new tabs, which is like the vault thingy. The vault thingy where you save levels in it. Also, there was like monthly levels, new versus mode, and yeah, it's just so much more. And yeah, and also there were like some new revamped icons, some new shops, and I guess that's it. And that's the evolution of Geometry Dash. But we're just gonna finish the video.
Geometry Dash, against all odds, made it big. A small, impossible game clone kept up with what people wanted, and it came out on top of everyone's expectations. I started playing in 1.9 after I saw a friend play it all the way back in 5th grade. I saw him trying to beat Theory of Everything, and little 5th grader Latian loved it so much that I downloaded Geometry Dash Lite and eventually the full game on my iPhone 4. Soon after, I got the Steam version, and I haven't looked back since. I don't play the game as much as I did anymore, but I've seen just about everything that there was to see, and it's been quite the journey. And to Rob Top, since you're probably watching this video, thank you so much for making such an amazing game that's made whole, which is an unfinished and unreleased level that was used in the very first trailer for Geometry Dash back when it was called Geometry Jump, actually. And yeah, it was the first thing you saw at the start of the video. And it was originally just about maybe 30 seconds, and it was never finished. But I made it into a whole 2 minute and 40-something long level to commemorate the video, and so you could get the full experience about guiding through every single update in order, and the future of it. And I'm very, very happy about how the level turned out, just as much as the video. So I'd be really happy if you all check that out. The ID of the level will be in the description. It won't be in the video because it wouldn't be out by the time I'm speaking right now. It'll be out at the exact same time that the video comes out, but maybe in the pinned comment you'll see the ID of the level so you can go ahead and play it. Now, anyway, enjoy the credits. Toodaloo. Ultimate Destruction.
So guys, this was it. That's the evolution of Geometry Dash. And if you guys want to see me uploading the next video, don't forget to hit the sub button and the like button. And see you all in the next video. Bye bye.